Well, good morning. This is Marvin Lindsay. I'm the senior pastor of First Presbyterian Church. This is our first check-in for our Couch to Spiritual Happiness training program. Let's see. I woke up this morning and I thought it's Youth Sunday, and I'm not preaching this Sunday. So I get to talk about what other people are going to talk about. And I looked at the three passages of Scripture that our youth were going to read about and preach on this morning. And I thought I was going to use the Luke passage as my meditation. But then when I opened my Scripture app, funny thing happened. The Scripture app gives a daily Scripture reading, and it's the exact same Scripture as one of the Old Testament readings that we're going to hear our youth preach on, which is Jeremiah 29, which talks about how God has plans for us, plans for our well-being. In reading that passage this morning and meditating about what am I being called to do and what am I being called to believe, it's pretty straightforward. I heard this really strong call to seek God with all my heart. And I'm wondering a little bit about what that means for me, because I do have this daily practice of reading Scripture and praying morning and evening, but maybe it's something about throughout the day being more intentional in going, whether it's at the church and my work there, whether it's interactions with my family or just out and about, to be more intentional about seeing the image of God in other people and listening for God's will in those interactions that I have. So I heard that invitation. And then this thing about exile and captivity. Jeremiah was speaking to people who had been taken into exile, and the context of that passage is, and I don't know what our youth are going to be saying about it this morning, but he was saying to them on the front end, you're going to be in this foreign land for a long time, but so kind of get settled there, but know that this is not the last place you're going to be, that I am going to bring you home. And I thought about, I haven't been exiled. I bought a house, I'm not like a refugee who's been driven out of my home by war or famine or some other disaster like so many people in the world today. But I guess I did think that maybe this world itself is a kind of, if not exile for people like me, a kind of home away from home. And this next world that we're being called to go to after we die is our true home. What I heard in the passage was a kind of a reminder that this place that I feel relatively comfortable in maybe is kind of a gilded cage, and maybe I need to see it as such, so that when the time comes for me to depart this world, I won't be kind of being thrown into the darkness of the night, but that the cage door will fly open, and I'll fly away, to use that old hymn. So those are some of my reflections. A call to seek God's presence and will with a greater intentionality, and a call to kind of see this world for what it is, which is not our true home, that we're being called to a place that's a greater home and a better place. So that's what I heard in my morning devotion this morning. I hope that you heard something profitable as well. And I'll check back in with you this evening when we read Luke 1, 1 to 25, and that'll be at 10 o'clock. So I'll see you in church this morning. Take care. Goodbye.